Good morning, today is part 5 of the DIY Gaming Exercise by project. So, we will start by where we left it off in part 4. Basically, I have written some code in order to test my motor and potentiometer system. And once debugging was done, I can now wire my Arduino board, and also my motor can only generate current on one side, so I had to switch the two wires in order to get some measurements on the Arduino board. And then, moreover, I can take the electronic mess that we had from the first prototype of the bike. I can cut some parts that I do not need because we have replaced them with some other parts, and I can now redo the wiring. Basically, I have cut all the wires which I did not need, and over here I am soldering a new on-off switch because the old one was broken. And I have also soldered another switch which acts as a spare button, and thus I can use it as a key which I can program in order to fit my game. Let's say in the game the nitro is the spacebar, then I will program it to be the spacebar. And of course, this code really was not that hard to make, and Arduino has some really great documentation on their website. Okay, now that this is done, we are at the moment where we can wire everything in, hot glue our switches, and then it is time for some tests. But unfortunately, the switch was useless, and I got some really weird readings, which means that I cannot reprogram the Arduino board. And so I found it pretty weird because all of the other switches were working except the main one. And thus I was really sad because I thought that I had to buy another Arduino board. Note that you can always burn the bootloader via the ICSP pins, which I have done but not in the video, and which I do quite often when I mess up. I will have a link in the description about this. So I can modify a bit the code because in my conditional loop for the power pin, which is that I have not put a double equal sign, and thus I was assigning the value val to 0. And I have also changed a bit the code in the part of the potentiometer in order to be sure that the Arduino does not write anything, and thus that I can upload my code when the potentiometer is disconnected. And now it is time to upload the code on one final Arduino board which I have left. And I am quite stressed because I am very scared of also breaking the bootloader on this Arduino. And unfortunately now, I only have these printed. Anyways, we will continue in part 6. I did not expect such troubleshooting problems, and also due to personal reasons, I will have to upload only once a week, so every Monday morning in Singapore, and thus the Sunday evening in the USA. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.